All right, this is take two. I just spent about 3 minutes talking about this travel trailer that we purchased in November of 2018. Didn't bring it home until January or so because of this white stuff on the ground, which at that time was a whole lot deeper. But in any case, I purchased this travel trailer from a dealer, a nationally known dealer. And our first trip in April, we took it out for spring break, and the heater wouldn't work. So I took it back to have the heater fixed, and come to find out, after 6 or more weeks, the sail switch was bad. 6 weeks to fix a 10-minute fix? I don't know. Well, anyways, November of 2019, we went to Virginia Beach to have Thanksgiving dinner with the kids. So we're in Virginia Beach, and one of the boys stepped on the floor and said, "It's got a soft spot." Now, I'm not touching my head because I said it's got a soft spot. It has a soft spot, which, you know, as big as we are, it didn't really concern me too much because I figured, we're just big people, and we cause soft spots in soft floors. But in any case, I contacted the seller, and they told me that it was caused by a leak, and they told me to bring it into them. Now, that wasn't until March, I believe, March of 2020, right at the start of this COVID stuff. Anyways, they did a leak check, a $600 leak check, which I shouldn't have bought, because when I called the company that built the trailer, they said under no circumstances should you have this leak check done. That was too late. I'd already had that leak check done. So the seller wanted to do some exploratory surgery on our travel trailer. And what they wanted to do was spend 5 to 8 hours, me spending my money for the labor, to find out why the floor was deteriorating. But being the bullheaded person that I am, I contacted the manufacturer, and they told me they would ship it up there and they would investigate as to what the problem was with our floor. And I suggested, well, rather than shipping it, I'll bring it to you. So I brought it to them. I drove that truck, pulling that trailer, and I went to Goshen, Indiana. It's not really Goshen, but it's near Goshen. Dropped my trailer off for repair. The only thing they were supposed to do is swap the floor out. So that was April, May, probably about June of 2020. So I dropped it off, and took them a while, not really as long as I expected it to, but they replaced the floor, and they said they were going to ship it back. I said, no, don't do that. I'll come and get it, because quite honestly, I don't trust people messing with my stuff. So I drove up there, and besides that, we were going to camp. We were going to go to Michigan. I'd never been to Lake Michigan. Was it Lake Michigan? Yeah, I believe so. Anyways, we were going to drive up there with our travel trailer and spend a few days. So when we picked up the travel trailer, it was not prepped. And by not prepped, I mean not cleaned. And it was most definitely not finished. But we didn't know. I wasn't quite smart enough to do a walkthrough on the travel trailer. Jerry commented that it wasn't cleaned. And the young man who was meeting us there said, we can get it clean. I said, no, let's not worry about it, because it's going to get late, and I don't want to be setting up camp in the dark. Okay, so we go inside. There were shavings everywhere. Now, again, we stupidly did not do a walkthrough. And we just said, we'll take care of sweeping the floor. It's not that big of a deal. It really was that big of a deal. A couple of things I noticed right away was the underbelly, which the seller cut to explore why the floor was deteriorating, hadn't been replaced. It had wires hanging down. It had tape hanging down. None of the drawers, of course I didn't know this because we didn't do a walkthrough, none of the drawers would stay in place. And so I took time to fix those. I'll tell you right now what I did. I wasn't smart enough to pull the drawers out thinking, oh, they're in the wrong position. That's really what happened. But what I did was I just changed the position of the latches. Took me a while, and it was a learning experience. No big deal. So anyways, we took the travel trailer with the issues, you know, not being the educated people we are now in this whole situation, we went up to Michigan. It was about 57 miles from the manufacturer. We set the trailer up at an RV park, turned on the hot water. Well, guess what? There was no hot water. And you might be thinking, well, how could there not be any hot water? Great question, because we had gas, propane, and we had electricity, and we have a dual energy source water heater. It's electric and propane. So I messed with it for a while. I called to the manufacturer and they said, well, find an RV technician and have them fix it. So I went to the RV park host and asked if there was an RV technician, and he said there are none. So I called back to the manufacturer and asked them if I could bring it back to them. Well, their answer was find a technician. Well, Jerry took a cold shower that night. I didn't. I went to the shower house, even though, here we are in COVID, and I don't really want to mess with people. Except campers, I think, are slightly different than most others. In any case, so I messed with the water heater, and I eventually figured out that they hadn't hooked it up. I mean, seriously. So I opened the panel where the wires are in there, and the circuit breakers and the converter and all this stuff. The converter is laying upside down on top of all of the wires. Well, that's interesting and shows a lack of quality. So I flipped the converter over, and that's when I discovered that they hadn't plugged in I don't know what the controller is for the water heater, but it wasn't plugged in. So I plugged it in. Got the water heater working, and we spent the night. And on our way home, actually we're going to spend more than one night. On our way home, we were going to stop along our route because, hey, we bought this travel trailer to camp, not to have it sitting in some manufacturer's lot waiting for repair, or sitting at the seller's lot waiting for repair. I know this is getting long, and I apologize. So we came home, and because of COVID, we ended up not being able to find a place to stay from Michigan back to the house. So we did a Cracker Barrel for one night, and then once we left Cracker Barrel in West Virginia, I figured we'd stop along the road and either stay at a roadside park or someplace just to spend the night. Well, 18-wheelers everywhere, understandably, because they're out doing their job. Could not find a place to park, so I came all the way home. So once I got home, I contacted the manufacturer, and I said, hey, look, this thing has some serious issues. Well, again, they're working with me, but, let's be real. Where's the camera lens? Right here? I didn't create this problem. They did. I didn't do this. So in any case, I decided to go to school for NRVTA and became a registered RV tech. While I was there, I decided to go ahead and go to school for NRVTI to be a certified inspector. And I did that. So one of my requirements was to do an inspection on that rig, which you can't see under the cover, but I was supposed to do an inspection. But I had another couple do an inspection for me, and they sent me the report, and I have the report in the house. All right. So I wrote the manufacturer a nice letter and a nice email, and I'm asking them to work with me. I don't know what to ask for. Should I ask for them to pay me to transport my travel trailer to and from Goshen, even though they would have paid someone else? I didn't ask for reimbursement. Should I ask them to pay me for a hotel room because of their mess up? Not my mess up, but their mess up? No, I haven't lost my temper at all. I've been very professional, as a matter of fact. So I sent them an email and a letter and said, hey, look, how about if we do this? Because I have some serious safety concerns about my travel trailer. I don't know what's going on underneath. I can tell you that the tire wore, and they replaced the axles. Why did they replace the axles? I don't have a clue. Oh, by the way, they replaced the water heater. Why'd they do that? Nah, I don't have a clue. So anyways, I don't know what to ask for. I can tell you what my plan is. My plan is to take this today to the seller, and I'm going to ask them to fix all the things that they messed up. Not me, but them. And them being the manufacturer. And then I'm going to ask the manufacturer if they can guarantee me a fair market value on my travel trailer and keep it. Just keep it and sell it. If you feel so confident that there's nothing wrong with this travel trailer, then you sell it. Because I can tell you, I wouldn't feel comfortable selling my travel trailer to anyone. Why would I do that? I'm fearful for my life because of the safety-related issues. Why would I sell it to someone and then have to worry about what happened to that family or what happened to that person? So, I'm going to wrap this up. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take this down to the seller, the nationally recognized seller, and I'm going to probably give them the inspection report, even though I don't, well, maybe I'll send it as an email. And I'm going to contact the manufacturer, and I'm going to let them know that I made this video, and I'm going to let them know that what I want is a new trailer. And the reason I want a new trailer is because I don't trust this trailer. You ever lost trust in someone or something? I have. And it's this travel trailer right here. And it's a direct result of what they did, not what I did. I've kept this very private between the companies and myself. So depending on the outcome of this email and this repair, I'll make another video. I'll let you know what the outcome is. You notice I haven't said who the companies are. That's because it's between us. I'm trying to remain professional. I've tried to do the right thing. I will say, well, I'm trying to do the right thing. So I'm going to put my travel trailer, take this cover off, hook up the Obsidian. Obsidian is my truck back there, see it there? And I'm going to pull this thing down and hopefully give them a copy of the inspection reports, because there's two of them. One from me as a certified inspector and an owner, and two, the inspection report from the other people that did the inspection. And we'll see what the outcome is. I'm not asking for anything. I am asking that they make this right. So in closing, I want to tell you, hopefully in the future, the videos on Bearded RV Tech will be better. I'm going to buy one of those handheld things so I can hold this out away from my arm. And I'm going to cover things that you need to know if you're going to buy an RV, if you're going to fix an RV, if you're going to travel. For me, the worst thing in the world is having to take the thing down there to the seller and wait 6 weeks, 4 weeks. A week isn't even acceptable, because most things can be fixed pretty quickly. But they're overwhelmed, so I'll give them that. All right, I need to end this because now I'm just really rattling on. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope I've conveyed an accurate story as to what's happening. See you next time on the Bearded RV Tech.